Hello friends, this is Jasu Bakuhatsu, and I am here to risk some rain for you guys on camera, live. As before, we are going through trying to beat the game with each class on Monsoon difficulty for a second time. No artifacts or anything, just because I don't enjoy using them that much. Vanilla is the way I prefer to play the game, so that's the way I'm going to play it. And we're going to play it with the Huntress, which is the first class that we're going to try and beat for the second time. So yeah, last run, I didn't really get a lot of luck on the items. Oh, I think we're getting a glitch here, actually, which is, oh, no, we aren't. So there's a weird glitch that actually appears sometimes where you'll basically there'll be a big patch of ground that's just unwalkable, and you'll just fall through the floor and be unable to complete the first stage. That's just a thing that happens sometimes. Thankfully, it only, as far as I can tell, it only ever happens on the first stage. That would suck to like have it so that like a big portion of the ground on like the last stage is unwalkable and you have to restart from the beginning. But yeah, I thought that was what happened there for a second. It seemed like I fell through the floor, but I don't know. I guess I didn't. I was just seeing things, which is what happens. So yeah, I guess this kind of ended up. It's kind of ended up being like almost like a guide, I guess, a class guide for Risk of Rain, as if I'm like some kind of expert on the game or something. Honestly, I'm certainly a lot better at the game than I was back in the Baku log video where, ooh, this is a tough choice. We got 3 health items. I actually kind of like the shrooms, even though you're generally not, or yeah, the bustling fungus, where you can get rapid healing by standing still. Now, typically you don't spend a lot of time standing still as the Huntress, but generally it's not that difficult to find safe spots a lot of the time in this game, which is often a good way to sort of get your health back. And again, as you saw in the previous video, past a certain point in the game, you get like a bunch of really flying enemies and enemies that are like really maneuverable and can climb walls and stuff. At that point, it's more difficult to find those safe spots since the enemies can follow you wherever you go. But until then, the bustling fungus is actually one of the better healing items in the game, or it's one of the fastest ways to heal, I'll say. As long as you can find a way to get away from the enemies, where they find a place where the enemies won't bother you, you can just heal right back up to full in like usually less than 10 seconds to get back up to full health, which is pretty awesome. It's also really good for abusing health shrines in some of the later levels. Or yeah, basically some of the yeah, we've seen the money shrines so far. I don't think we saw any of the health ones yet. But basically, yeah, there are shrines where you can basically spend money to get a chance at getting a random item. And then there are also health shrines where instead of money, you can spend health to get a chance at a random item. And Bustling Fungus is really good for that, since you can just, spend some health. If you get an item, great. If not, then you just sit tight, and then you're back to full health in like 7 or 8 seconds, and then you just, yeah, try again, and just keep doing that over and over again, as long as the enemies don't bother you. And you can just be like guaranteed drops off of the health shrines. It's pretty great. But yeah, as far as I know, they don't ever appear in the first level. In fact, I think they only appear in certain variants. Ooh, evasion. More survivability, which is pretty good. I kind of want, like, mobility or damage or something. But, yeah, we'll go evasion. It can save your life under the right circumstances, and that is a terrible, terrible place for a demon shrine. Oh well, we're gonna go for it anyways. Okay, good. Yeah, it's terrible when you end up with those things on the ledge there, because then they just, like, sort of fall off, and if... Oh, God. Ah, shit. Yeah, just like that. Now I'm not going to be able to get that other guy. Unless I get lucky. Got 7 seconds. Get him. I got him. Wow. I was surprised that actually worked. Okay. Again, we're not making great time on this first level. Although, and yeah, we're certainly not getting as good items as we did last time. Although, I don't know, we got crit glasses, we got our little turban, or our, I don't know what that is, a bandana, whatever it is. It's that's sort of, it's sort of like evasion. That's like not like evasion, like I've been talking about previously. It's like RPG evasion, where you just have a chance for basically any time an enemy hits you, you got a chance for it to not hit you, and that's the headband or whatever it is. Oh god, a lot of healing items here. This is another good one. You just yes, rapidly heal outside of combat. If nothing damages you for a certain amount of time, then you just heal a bunch. So yeah, we've got a lot of healing right now between the fungus and the, I guess evasion isn't healing so much as mitigation, but even so, we're pretty survivable for a Huntress at this point, which is not terribly useful. Generally want the DPS more so than anything, but with this class, the DPS and especially the mobility. Mobility is everything with the Huntress. You want to be able to move fast enough so that the enemies won't catch up to you. Which is not, we did not get lucky enough for that to happen last time, but, you know, we'll just keep trying till it does, I guess. And really, that's not the only way to play the Huntress. There's certainly a lot of different item combinations that can work for you. Like if you get enough good tank items, then yeah, that can work out for you. Oh, actually, I think I prefer this to the... Yeah, the other item I just gave up there is just repairs your drones, and drones are fine and all. It's just it's not particularly reliable at this stage in the game. We don't know that we're going to find a ton of useful drones necessarily, so that's not really the greatest item for us, especially early in the game. Early in the game, all you get are the shitty tier 1 gun drones, which are worthless and die. They're like made of paper and die in like 2 seconds to the later enemies. It's just worthless. Don't even waste my money on them. I don't know, do I want... Yeah, we can kill these enemies and then go back, and... I think I'd rather have the... like the monster... like the imp shrine, rather than like a tier 1 chest, just because it has a chance to drop better items. So yeah, I definitely want to farm up the money to be able to activate that, as opposed to just the chest. In fact, did we get up to 50? Oh, we're up to 50. Might actually be worth... Okay, actually, I don't think that the Imp Shrine is worth 2 Tier 1 items. So... yeah, we're just going to open the level 1 chest, I guess. Hey, another bustling fungus. That is pretty worthless. It increases your rate of healing, I guess. But, yeah, fungus heals you pretty fast as it is. Yeah, no need to risk anything on the... Oh, I could have sworn there was a... Oh, I guess I opened up the chest. I thought there was a... Okay, I guess there is. Oh, hey, we got a toxic centipede, which is not very good. Yeah, not super pleased with the... I mean, we got a lot of items, but no super good ones. What we really want at this point, a devil tail would be fantastic. It gives you increased speed out of combat, like really highly increased speed out of combat, which is fantastic. Basically, what you can do with that is you can kind of stop shooting for a couple seconds and then get a big speed boost to get a lot of distance on the enemies, and then start shooting them again. And it's just kind of go like start shooting and then stop shooting, speed boost, and then get your distance. It's like probably one of the best items for the Huntress, I think, is the Devil Tail. And then the Goat Hoof. As many Goat Hoofs as possible. And I guess one artifact you can use to... So I don't think I mentioned this. Artifacts are... I described this in detail. Yeah, I haven't described this at all, actually. Basically, there's a... I alluded to the artifacts in this game earlier. Basically, they're just kind of modifiers that just kind of alter the game in some way. Like there's one, and yeah, the one I was going to mention is the Artifact of Command, which changes it. Basically, instead of random item drops, the Artifact of Command changes the game so that you can actually choose which items you get. Basically, anytime an item would drop, like it randomly determines the tier of item you get, but yeah, basically it determines the tier of item you get, and then you get to choose which item you get within that tier. So like if it drops a tier 1 item, then you just like go up to it, and then it lets you choose which tier 1 item you get, which is pretty sweet. You can kit yourself out with like some really insane builds with that. And it's fun once in a while. I think it makes the game way too easily, since it's very easy to get like to get yourself some super overpowered combos when you play that way. It's just, yeah, the game becomes really... Oh my goodness! Wow, that was pathetic. Styled upon indeed. I call a mulligan on that.